All right, peace and black power, and welcome to another episode of Knowledge Radio. Place with Knowledge Born. This is your host, Knowledge Born. Allow me here, waiting on the man, the myth, the legend. One half of the dynamic duo, 1/4 of one of the greatest groups to ever bless us with hip hop, General Steele. So tell a friend to tell a friend we're going live right now on IG and everywhere. Tell a friend to tell a friend we on live. So most definitely make sure you subscribe. Follow us on YouTube. This will be available on our YouTube channel as well. www.youtube.com/Do the Knowledge Radio. That's DOTHAKNOWLEDGERADIO. Just waiting right now to go live with the General. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment, let everybody know what's going on, what's going down. About to be live with General Steele. That's about to go from Do the Knowledge Radio to Bucktown, USA. Understand what I'm saying? So just waiting here for a second for the General to join. And I can follow the show here at Knowledge Born Live 357, and also our business page for Do the Knowledge Radio. That's DOTHAKNOWLEDGERADIO. Also on Twitter, that Knowledge 115 on Twitter. Check out our website, e-commerce site. For the merch and all of our other shows, archive there. www.dothenowledgeradio.com. Check out our youth solution site, www.dtk.empoweryou as well. I want to make a donation to the station. Y'all can do so at Cash App $ Cash App $ Knowledge Born Alive, and also PayPal.me/Do Knowledge Radio. So salute to everybody who is joining. Just waiting to get this interview started, to get this party started, to get this Bucktown celebration, Duckdown's finest. General Steele of Smif-N-Wessun. I see he's into the building, so let me get him in. All right. Peace Almighty. Ladies and gentlemen, it becomes my honor and privilege to introduce some, present to others, an iconic one half of one of the greatest groups to ever bless the mic, to ever give us 16, that stood for us through time, space, betrayal, ups and downs. You understand? 20-something years strong in the game.
Yes,
Definitely honored and privileged to go through the alleys of Bucktown, USA. You understand what I'm saying? Salute and honor and pleasure to my brother, General Steele, in the building.
Salute. How y'all doing? Everybody worldwide out there, man. Just, what can I say, man? Peace Almighty. We made this happen within a matter of days. Right? You passed it with me. I probably got your kite a little bit late or whatever, but I was able to get it nonetheless, and I'm glad we made the connection. Word is bond. Word up.
Word.
That's faith.
My brother and I, Rusty Jukes, connected, last year.
Yeah. Salute to Rusty, man. That's the MVP of the BCC, man. Word is bond. That's the baddest, most hardest working cat right now. That's one real buckets. Right. I see you out there, family.
Right.
Peace to my family. Yo,
Honest.
before we get started, I want to say peace to the gods and earths. I want to say peace to my bro, Equan, for this beautiful, elegant gift right here. He gifted me with this. He pulled up at the gates and was like, yo, I need to drop this off. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you know, I felt like Mike Brown's in the building. Peace to the homie. Peace to the God. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling very invigorated, rehabilitated. Right. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to this build, man. I appreciate the platform, right? Word is bond.
Honest. I mean, we grew up. You was the reason for the switching over of the tape, Lord, because we didn't have the rewind button. We didn't have enough money to get a Walkman with the rewind button, so you had to flip the tape over, fast forward to rewind the other side. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, like, you know, a young cat in high school, you see what I'm saying? What the BCC gave us was an opportunity and an inspiration to be able to do what we're doing from where we're from. You see what I'm saying? Like, it gave us a cultural identity with the through line. You see what I'm saying? You know, I'm from North. You see what I'm saying? So from Brooklyn to the bricks, you understand?
We right across the street.
Right across the street.
We cousins, man. You already know we related, man. We related.
So it was a beautiful thing. We celebrated y'all, you know what I'm saying, making it. So that gave us a through line
Germany in the
house.
the Salute to Germany. But beg, I see you. Become your wisdom, God. But that's it. But the thing about boot camp, you know what? The thing about boot camp was the babies, man. We was babies, man. We came in this game as babies, and we was paying attention to what the pioneers set forth before us. You know what I'm saying? Whether you was in a gang, because nobody was flagging. Everybody belonged to a block, or everybody belonged to a neighborhood or some type of brotherhood or something like that, or sisterhood. And then you had uncles, you had aunties, like it was family stuff. So we was connecting like that.
Right.
You know, but we was still ignorant, man. Like, the guards was laying it down though. The nation of guards was laying it down. It was either the nation of guards was laying it down or the nation of Islam. You know what I mean? That's a fact. And I grew up watching the guards build in Cephalo projects, watching the guards, and a lot of guards, no disrespect, but a lot of guards had already crossed that threshold. They was already into everything in the streets.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So a lot of lessons came from those who did they love hella right. You know what I mean? And they still was able to still come out shining like the guards they are and go, yo, we still got knowledge of self, and they passed on just enough. So we can go say and have the audacity to say Boot Camp Clik. Like, where you get that from? I got that from the guards. I got that from the soldiers, the guys that's locked up doing 20-year bids and all of that. You know what I mean? Salute to my uncle Ruler, Don Rule. He home now. The tall Nefer. You know what I mean? Transition. So that's what the boot camp is about. It's about going through the lessons with those who you rock with, and forming that camaraderie to get you to the next level. You know what I mean? Because we all need to push, especially now, man. Especially now. You know what I mean? We need brotherhood, sisterhood more than ever right now.
Really?
Word.
Y'all gave us a preview. You know what I'm saying? I heard it on Operation Lockdown. I don't know if y'all designed it like y'all did. You see what I'm saying? It was.
Oh, man,
I heard the story. You see what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it went down like this. One little nigga snuck through the door. You understand? Like, it was kind of like laying out schematically how everything kind of came to be. So I was, you know, looking, I was like, damn. So, you know, to tell the story in that way, you know, only other people I seen do that was Wu-Tang. You see what I'm saying?
Redman, dudes like Redman, you know what I'm saying? Salute to my Jersey cats. Like, Redman can tell a shit out of a story. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's one of my top guys too, right there. But it's a lot of guys, like, you know, you got like Rock Cameron tell you a story, thinking of a master plan. Ain't nothing but sweat inside my hand. Like, everybody felt like that. Dig deep into my pocket, all my money is spent, but I dig deeper. Still coming up
with land.
So I start my mission. Yo, you know what you got to do, right? But you don't know how you're going to do it. Because it can go crazy. It could go crazy with it like right now. Like, a lot of people just jumping on the roof, like jumping out the window, like on some YOLO's twist, right? Like, we ain't like that. Like, we don't get money so we can die rich. We get money so we can feed our family, so we can feed our kids. That's the lessons that we learn. You know what I'm saying? Like even a poor man knows it's better to have money than not. You know what I mean? You got to eat a sandwich, and you could whatever to whoever his vice is, her vice is. But it has to be some level of humility when you're dealing with life. Like if you feel like you don't care about yourself, then just I mean, hey, go over there then. Go to the don't care section.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Word up, Cheese. What up? Building.
Yeah, my perspective I was speaking on in regards to the storytelling was kind of how y'all gave us the ability to infer who was coming next. You see what I'm saying? You know, like we heard y'all on one of the greatest songs ever recorded, Bucktown. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so then, you know, and then the remix. You understand what I'm saying? With the remix with fucking MOP on the joint. You understand what I'm saying? Like
mash out
you know what I'm saying? So like just setting it up in a way like it was chapters in the book, but it looked like it was one book. You didn't know it was chapters until, you know, 95. So if you could take us back to like one of the craziest years in hip hop, 1995, what that meant on the mixtape, what that meant in the streets, everything was crazy, and it was like one of the craziest competition times. You see what I'm saying? Out, and y'all come out with the Shining. You know what I'm saying? What was the size of the sounds for y'all? You see what I'm saying?
The beauty of it, man, like in all the competition, it was no competition because everybody that came out was great. Everybody that came out of 9-5 was great. Mobb Deep, great. Wu-Tang, great. You know what I'm saying? ATLians, great. Like everybody that came out had their own zone, and nobody was hating. We wasn't even using that term in 9-5. I don't know when that term hating popped out into our linguistics. Right? When the division began, because everybody had a lane to get money.
Right.
Word up. S. Dot, what up, Fire?
Yeah, that was crazy. And on your album, you and Tech, salute to Tech, my Gemini brother. You understand what I'm saying?
Smokey Live, my PNC for life. You already.
We hear Ruck and Rock. You see what I'm saying? It's the range. We hear everybody in the joint. We hear the like these gorillas coming through like No, I'm on that.
Did it. Bad Boy did it. Definitely Bad Boy did it. There was a few teams that did it. Pardon me, come your wisdom, God. I'm just looking at the people building up there. He said put you up on radio. Bad Boy did it. It was a lot of teams that did it. And it was love until it wasn't love. So something happened in the game, whether we started, you know, feeling ourselves and getting into this capitalist thing and just going like crazy and you know.
Now y'all had a switch. Y'all set the streets on fire. Soundboy Burial still playing right now to this day. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
How did y'all navigate through? Okay, y'all see this height that y'all reaching. You see what I'm saying? There was no way in the world, like y'all flying high, and then this whole, you know, situation with the lawsuit and y'all rebranding yourself. Like, how did y'all make it through them times right there? Those was defining moments. You see what I'm saying? Y'all could have hung it up, but you know, how did y'all navigate through those, you know, treacherous waters right there?
I mean, we soldiered up, man. I mean, we came from where we came from. You know what I'm saying? I think, you know, I'm from Brownsville. Tech is from the Star, and then you got Drew High. He from White Plains area. So ain't no chumps up there. You know what I mean? Just because he white don't mean he ain't, you know what I mean, thorough.
Right.
Buckshot is from Crown Heights, Franklin Union, you know what I'm saying? Bushwick side. We just, I think we helped each other out, man. Like it could at any moment, any one of us could have. Jojo, what up? I see you. At any moment we could have just gave up. Feel me? Like I guess we all go through our love hella right, but you know when it comes to the brotherhood, it gives you a little bit of something extra that I think, you know, for me honestly, I'm super grateful for. Cause I'm like, sometimes I could be like, I'm wild, like crazy sometimes, and I'll just be ready to be like, man, I'll be quitting like at least 2 times a month. You know what I mean? Maybe 3. I'll be like, man, I ain't doing this no more, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my man Scat like, yo, you retired, God. You retired like years ago. You retired. Like then you put an album out, then you retired. I'm like, I'm on my Jay-Z twist. Don't
Yeah, right.
Man, I'm Jay-Z, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't even trip. Like, Jay-Z could quit and come back and be better. Like, I mean, you know, we've been around for a minute. You know, nobody wants to go old here and be and just die to the point where it's like nothing that you did meant anything. Like to me, everybody in front of me is important. You know what I mean? Everybody behind me is even more important. You know, so it's like we got to clean this up. What if you learned from the first guy that you know when you listen to the message? You know what I'm saying? We listen to like Grandmaster Cash and Melly Mel. We listen to cats like that, and you get a chance to listen to Rakim and Kane and Kool G Rap and Craig G and I mean it's just these are just rap guys, and you got DJs that's like really just breaking boundaries. And then just for a guy to come and just start pressing buttons, like you still got to pay homage to this guy. I'm not stunting on you about pressing buttons, but you still got to pay homage to Grandmaster Flash. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay homage to dudes like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? He got the best girl raps in the game.
Ever.
Standing by the bus stop, sucking on the lollipop.
Let's give Papa the hard to make the honey stop. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, God. Come on.
Throw Paz K in there. You know what I'm saying? Paz K. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God. Come on. We can't even talk about Paz K because Paz K got the best stories. You kidding me? Yo, Ghost Dog, I was just about to say Lord Finesse. That's a fact. That's a fact. I was just about to say Lord Finesse. Lord Finesse came with the super wordplay. You know what I'm saying? Salute digging in the crates. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's so much hefty music and so much valuable information and history out here. How can we just go, only these guys are rich? Only these guys are in. Well, I don't like this type of style. Look, music has birthed everything. Music has birthed everything. Hip hop is the only language that's universal in music. Period. Point blank. Word is bond.
All around the world.
Hip hop uses every facet of music. Hip hop embraces every facet of music. Hip hop has no relation, no religion, no theology. It's just a universal frequency that everybody around the globe. That's a fact.
That's real. People learn English from hip hop. You see what I'm saying? I was in Poland and all them places overseas, you see what I'm saying? And they learn English from hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so indiscriminate to where you went, you know, most of the people, that was their introduction to the English language, hip hop. You see what I'm saying? You know, they know all the words to the song and don't know no English right after. You got,
they know
my man.
Shut them down. They know all that. Yo, stop my name, please, sir, and talking crazy. But it's like, how could that not feel? How could that not act right? What up, cuzzo? How could that not feel amazing? Like people go, yo, you go overseas, and what's better, overseas or home? Ain't no place like home, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't no place like home. But then you start to expound on your knowledge. You know, knowledge to culminate everything. You gotta look at everything. You gotta respect the lessons, right? What are you receiving, right? And you can't move on to wisdom if you don't do the knowledge. You can't. It's impossible to accumulate all this information and go, yo, nah, I don't care. You know, dudes like, I don't care. It's what it is. Nah, it ain't is what it is, guy. It's not is what it is, guy.
It's activation.
It's
it gets you there, right?
So
but you activate from a righteous standpoint because you're standing on a solid foundation. So now you know how to move.
Now, partly because your wisdom, even a child want to know.
Right.
It's like, yo, is that hot? Is that cold? Like a child is seeking. Your mind is activated upon birth. That's a fact. After born, that's what born. We seek knowledge to become born. Now we born. Here we are. What are we doing here? We chilling. It is what it is. Nah, take your feet off the couch, bro. Let's get to work. Let's have fun. Let's still the grass. Let's go. Let's run through the forest. Let's try different things. So when I see my young bloods and my young cousins out there doing certain things, I'm like, I can't hate on them. I gotta go over there and talk to them and see where I grow. What's up? How y'all feeling? What's really good? You know what I'm saying? Before I start, the child is there. Like Khalid Max said, the child understand that's the best part, right? Cream of the crop, right? So when we get to do this, obviously we already stand on some kind of foundation, right? Which is great. Salute to the bros and cons out there too, man. Word up. Salam to my Akis out there. Word. I don't want to get too crazy on y'all just yet. It's a little early. Still early.
So you ascending, y'all navigate through these waters, you know what I'm saying? Y'all rebrand yourself, and then we take 2 crazy losses in hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
2 crazy losses in hip hop, Tupac and Biggie. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where are you in it? Because I know y'all deeply was entrenched where there was talk of Death Row East and all kind of shit was going on. You see what I'm saying? Like stuff that we don't know, shit we might have read or might got a little glimpse from, you know. On top of that y'all just jumped over that hurdle, you know, what was it like on the other side? You see what I'm saying? Where the onlooker couldn't go. You kind of putting shit together.
Yeah, well, I mean, first and foremost, salute to Biggie, salute to the whole Junior Mafia. You know what I mean? That's family. You know what I'm saying? That's day one family. You know what I'm saying? And salute to the Outlaws, Pop, to the family. That's family.
Right.
We have been blessed to have been embraced by each one of these individuals. You know, their whole movement has been powerful to us, and unfortunately, we lost them brothers. It's like that is these brothers represent when they say you don't make it to 25.
Right.
They represent that. Right. They are like, you know, no disrespect to the elders, Malcolm and Martin, but they stood for what they stood for. Right. And we as a people, we understood that.
Right.
We don't agree with everything that Pac say. We don't agree with everything that Big say. Right. We love them both. Right. We never want to be forced to take a side. Like, I love them. Like, Tech is a Gemini. He always talk about
that's right.
Gemini
all them Geminis. That's right. That's right.
So he's like,
I think he's 2 days after mine. He like the 3rd or the 4th.
He the third. That's a fact.
He on the same day as Curtis Mayfield. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, see,
that's the day after mine.
That. Once he find out that, he really gonna be feeling himself.
Right. Tell him to feel himself. Okay. You know, me and Bernadette, me and B Price, we got the same birthday. We on the 2nd. You know, Bernadette Price. You know what I'm saying?
And Mr. Walt, I believe Mr. Walt is salute Mr. Walt Beat Minus. I believe he's the 2nd as well. I think he's the 2nd.
Having a crazy party, man, this year. We having a crazy party, Beat Minus. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's real. But those guys, man, those guys is family, man. I mean, I can't say nothing else than that. You feel me? Like that's family, and you get a chance to sit with family and break bread with them, and throughout this industry, it's going to be a lot of different things that's, you know, maybe it's out of our control, or maybe we just having too much fun, or whatever the case may be. But we able to have that experience, and it's on the timeline, man. It was more positive stuff than negative, and give thanks for that. You know what I mean?
Right. Deeply entrenched, man. I remember the points, you know what I'm saying, and Buck on the joint. I step in the jam with the guard on my side, and the guard ST is still waiting in the ride. So I stepped to the DJ and told the DJ, yo, throw the wax on. How many MCs must get dissed? I'm like...
it's raps like that ain't even raps. Like, those are unfair. Those are unfair because when you rhyming like that, that's like what really happened. Like, I don't know, like, dudes is just creative how to make it rhyme together, but we really did that. We would really go through New York in a time when New York had a lot of clubs. Like, we was going through all the clubs. We probably responsible between us and Wu-Tang, like, and a couple of them Queens cats, because Queens was turning it up too. But it was pretty much like Boot Camp Clik, Wu-Tang. We was shutting mad New York clubs down. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Then when it got really litty, and dudes start getting crazy. Like the tunnel, I know Funk Master Flex still got PTSD from the tunnel right now.
Had to.
All my
Yeah.
niggas out there got a PTSD from going to the tunnel.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? The tunnel was
battleground.
That was battleground right there. If you made it out there alive, you know, a lot of things happened.
Yeah.
Things occurred.
Yeah.
But yeah, you already know what time it is, man. You know what I'm saying? It's elevation time, man. You know?
Word. So y'all go to Ruckus, I believe, and killed the game over there in Ruckus after For the People comes out, right? For the People comes out, my shit. Are you all my people? Are you ready? All my East Coast, that was my shit. It's like, down. We got the champion. I was going crazy with that joint right there. You see what I'm saying? So
that was the next level for us. That was when Buckshot was on. Like Buckshot is a musical genius, man. He's like Nebula's ahead of guys, man. As far as like a lot of things, man. Like I learned a lot from that guy, man. He was already, salute to Mark Brown, you know what I mean? Swan Gotti. Like these guys this is when we started doing original music. This is when we was trying to like get away from the samples and stuff like that. So that was one of the first joints. You know, you had cats really playing the guitar and the keyboard.
Yeah, you can hear it
coming in with synthesizers and stuff like that. Like let's get back. But that goes all the way back to the original hip hop we was hearing. Like a lot of that original hip hop was originally it was coming from dudes that were just playing the music. They was creating sounds that would later be sampled by other producers and duplicated. You know what I mean? 6 Feet Deep was my joint. What?
Yeah.
You kidding me? Oh, I was so mad that wasn't my beat, bro. You kidding me? Like they hit when Evil D and like Evil D and Buck used to be like this. Like Buck used to hear stuff, right? He used to receive messages from the avatar.
Right.
And then he would be like, yo, I want to hear like this certain way. And E would find this shit. Like E is such another kind of like, whoa. You know what I mean? Evil D is like in the unit. He like Mr. Manhattan. He like, what you need this? This you need this. I'm not doing that right now. I'm doing this. Nah, I'm gonna play some hip. I'm gonna play some. Nah, like E is nuts. But these guys, you know, that is kind of like when you go to that heightened level of the frequency. Then you got dudes like Tech and myself who are like the grunts. Like we go right here, boom. We go right here, boom. All this area, we in here, we right in here.
Right.
Anything outside, that's you.
Yeah.
We in there. We mixing in with the mixies and all of that. Whatever's going on in there, we going right for that. And that's where Mr. Walk come in. he make the grimy, grittiest stuff. But you know, that's the foundation for us. You know what I mean? Smif-N-Wessun, Black Smif-N-Wessun, Boot Camp Clik family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just one salute, God. Peace.
So y'all wore that Cocoa Beast joint all the way to, you know, the classic joint. Guess who's the Black Trump? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So y'all took this joint and said, all right, fuck it, we about to wear this, but we gonna wear it out. They're gonna be more upset with this joint. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay, they tried to take this away, we couldn't fuck with it. All right, we Cocoa Beast out here. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I want to know about 3 studio sessions, if I could.
The Cocoa Beat studio sessions?
The Cocoa Beat studio session. I want to know about.
Man. Salute to oh man, it's so many people that was around for those sessions. I gotta remember these guys' names, man. My man Self from up top, from Queens. He was one of the producers of Black Trump. Gavin, Gavin. Without Gavin, I wouldn't even know none of these cats because I was at the time I had a job, A&R for Bucktown.
Yeah.
And I had a job for like a year. I was the shortest job I ever had, probably. They got rid of me quick, man. I was too hardcore, man. I was like, yo, man, if you ain't down for this right now, then you can't get no more love. Anything after this, because we about to do after the Smif-N-Wessun come, then we gonna do Fab Five, then we gonna do the boot camp, then we gonna do blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So if you rock with us, then you're gonna have mad gigs. You're gonna be in the pocket. So I was just at the time I was maybe probably a little bit more shrewder than I should have been. But I have no regrets on that part. I think all of the producers that made the cut was the ones that was supposed to. Salute to my man Sean J. Not to be confused with Sean C.
Right.
Salute to my man Sean C too. But Sean J. He made the first track on there with Professor X.
Mm.
You know, we was out there trying to make some meaningful music. And it was, you know, what we had on the plate at that time.
That's what's up right there. What was that MLP session like? You know what I'm saying, with that remix? If you could recall, whatever you could recall for us for that little, you know, that's, you know what I'm saying, crazy.
Any moment, any time spent with Billy and Fame is a movie, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like those guys, they bring it to the table. They no nonsense, and those are my brothers. Like we've been creating since not the Dog Hilly, but the D&D days. Everybody's passed those D&D studios. Ghost Dog, give thanks. Say congratulations on the new release. You want to hear about the new album?
Yeah, we about to get there in a second. I'm just getting through my fan points. Let me get my fan points out the way, and I'm gonna go right to the.
Let's get to it. Don't worry about it.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I will get to a couple of fan points. It's like 2 more fan points, and then I'm good. Then we could go into this magnificent album.
But I want to definitely give a strong salute to Billy and Fame, because, you know, at the time for us, like, it wasn't a lot of Brownsville stuff going on. Right. And these guys had an anthem. And then we came with an anthem. And then, you know, there's a couple of other anthems out there too, you know. When the East is in the house, oh my God.
Oh my God.
There's a couple of other anthems out there too, but those anthems set the record straight. You know what I mean? The MOP joint and the Smif-N-Wessun joint, and we was able to, you know, continue
putting together
to this day. You feel me? So,
yeah, craziest joints ever. Bucktown, the regular joint, and then the remix. The remix had me like about to crash my car, tear my car up.
You was it's
the place not right. That's right. I was like, yeah, what do I say?
You don't know what to do after that. Like, hold up,
nothing. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? I told Dance, I said, anywhere I was at overseas, if Annie Up was on, we was getting in for free.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? We was getting in for free. Everybody that was in line was getting right. A couple of cats tried us. They tried us, and when we ran through the motherfuckers, the floodgates was open, so everybody was getting it for free. So they was like, just let them go. Just let them go. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was just crazy nuts.
Dr. Post a lot. Oakland in the building. My Bay Area family.
So I want to ask that connection with, I just asked both at the same time, the Outlaws and Dead Prez. You know what I'm saying?
Dead Prez. Outlaws and Dead Prez?
Yes.
You can't mix that together, broski.
I know. I just said I asked them at the same time. You know what I'm saying? These.
I got a dope story for you, Holmes. I got a dope story for you. Word is bond. Outlaws, no disrespect. I met them when we went to do that project, that One Nation project. Right? That's a fact. Before that, one of my brethren went to jail in Jersey. He did time in Broadway. Right?
Okay.
And they called him Brooklyn. Right? They called him Brooklyn because they knew that he's from Brooklyn. So when we came out and all the whole Jersey, most of the outlaws is from Jersey.
Yeah.
Right? So you already know, if we got recruited to go to LA to rock with Pac, it's probably on the strength of the outlaws. You feel me? It's probably on the strength of the Jersey cats that rock with Pac going, yo, who can we call? Yo, call them Boot Camp cats. Word. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So my man in jail, he like, yo, dude saw y'all with Pac. He like, yo, Brooklyn. They called him Brooklyn. Hey, yo, Brooklyn. Hey, yo, your man's in them, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, crazy is that I ain't even know him when he was in jail. He telling me the story after the fact. Like, because you from Brooklyn, they already associating you with these guys that's from Brooklyn.
Right.
We know it go together. That's what I'm talking about. PNC life. Facts. So when he got out of jail, he did about God years. And when he came home, we found each other where? In Brooklyn, of course. Like on Vanderbilt Avenue somewhere. I met him and we've been friends ever since. That's my beloved. You know what I'm saying? But the other story you said, what's the other song you said?
No, I was saying the collaborating with Dead Prez.
Oh, Dead Prez. This one is for the books. When I first met Dead Prez, I was living in Crown Heights on Montgomery and Utica. Word is bond. On Everything I Love. This is one of the funniest stories. It ain't funny, but it is because I was at the time, I was on my nerd twist. I always been my nerd twist anyway. Sister Age, I see you, baby. What's up, baby? Say a prayer for me in the mountains. Man on deck. Me in the building, Tampa in the building. Yo, anyway, I digress. So at this time, like, I was on my super nerd twist. You hear me, God?
Yeah.
Like, I went and bought a pair of rollerblades, right? Sean Price used to always clown me like, yo, look at this guy. You from Brownsville. Like, you got rollerblades? Yo, what are you doing, guy? Like, like, yo, they used to make mad jokes of me, man. Like, yo, tech mans used to be like, yo, I seen your man with the rollerblades rolling down. I was moving and grooving. Yeah. So I'm living on Montgomery and Utica. This is a Goonberg land turf. Right. So, all right, we got oh, you had some
Taxi cab confessions going on. You weren't the only one with some skates.
Yo, God, buddy, trust when I tell you that. This is fun. It's fun to build. You know what I'm saying? This is what people gotta learn, that when you build it, it's fun. Building is not homework, but it's homework. It's grown work. You gotta get used to that build. You know what I'm saying? Because then after you build, you born. Then you become who you in your mind and your body and your soul. You have to equate that. You can't just be here looking at stuff all the time and following people's stories, because you're gonna feel this, right? Anyway, I'm on my rollerblades, right, in the hood. Who I see coming up the block? Everything I Love, Lord Jamal.
Right.
Bon Jovi. Who he with? Piece of the God, Lord Jamal. Word is
Peace to the God.
What he doing over here on Utica in Montgomery? What he doing over here? What he doing? He got these two little skinny brothers with him.
Right.
Never seen these guys before in my life. I know who Lord Jamal is though.
Right.
But I'm on rollerblades, so I'm like the nerd guy. Like, yo, I see the guys. I'm like, what up, God? Like, he's like, yo, I think the guy was trying to get some equality, right? So I'm like, yo, you know what? I live right here. Gotta go nowhere. We ain't gotta do nothing with nobody. We going right up here, do whoop. And at the time, he had these two brothers with him, and we went to my pad and over there on Montgomery Street, and he gave me the pamphlet, and we listened to some music. Those two brothers was Stickman and M1. That was the first time I met those brothers. You understand? In my crib on Montgomery Street. You feel me? And ever since I met them brothers, we've been friends. We've been comrades. That's a fact. And we you know what I mean? We dealt with the equality. We've been dealing with the wisdom. We've been dealing with everything. The refinement, everything since then. The revolutionary, the getting your body right, getting your mind right. So the growth and development that we have experienced as a collective, individually, is amazing. And that came from the God. That's the first time I met them brothers on everything. So, you know what I mean? And I never even said that story anywhere on no thing. But that's, you know, that's for y'all.
Big.
I hope you can enjoy this in 2020.
I love that. I love that.
Wisdom, understand, all being born and what? Understand.
Right.
Wisdom now. Wisdom now is all being born and understand. We in the 21, baby.
Yeah. That warrior heart, man. God damn, man. The visual, the track, you understand? Like, yeah. That was it. You understand? That album that the joint was on, that album was a blessing. Never loaded.
Yeah. Now, what we keep,
you understand? You can ask Jesus Christ. I worry about Tim's the church. You understand? Like, I was my shit. That's right there.
We got a job, man. That's the civilized and uncivilized. You know, and at the same time, we might not have all our stuff together. So here we are trying to, what we doing is striving, not part ourselves, we striving and this on-the-job training to, I guess, shine our wisdom and understanding to these folks out here. Because at the end of the day, like, we could be cloned and somebody go like, that's what the person on the poster is supposed to do this, and then you become this image that's not you, and you watch the culture just diminish. You know? I think
so. Y'all linking, I think around, what was it, 2009? With Pete Rock and y'all do Monumental?
2000, was it 2009? Somewhere around there. 10, 11, I don't know. I forget. The time escapes me, you know, because
it runs together. So I'm here.
Traveling.
I'm here, you know what I'm saying?
When that album came out, too, they shut us down. The corporation shut us down. Word. So, hey, I see you. Peace. They shut us down, man. They shut us down horribly.
Yeah, I had some classics on that joint.
We had classics we got Black Rob on the album. We got Myth Bleak on the album.
Right.
We got Ray on the album. Come on, right? We got Bun B.
Right.
We got the hardest mofos from Yonkers. The Ghost.
Yeah.
Come on, right?
Free on the joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, I heard that beat twice. Yeah, man. I heard on Roses. You understand? Like, man, like, yo, Roses.
Yeah.
I just want to take a moment. You know what I'm saying? To give you roses for roses.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? That transformation was so serious. Like, the visuals took me to another place. You know what I mean? Like, I hadn't felt that way since Life Goes On. You know what I'm saying? Since Life Goes On.
Monumental, that's a fact. D Hart.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. Crazy job.
Yo, hold on, give thanks. Shameless plug. Can you see that?
Yeah. Give thanks. That's how you give thanks, right there.
Give thanks. Wash your hands.
How you give thanks, right there.
No, that's
and the joint, I wanted to know real quick, if I could, before we get into why everybody's here for this new album. The joint you did with the Gods, man. You know what I'm saying? Arm, leg, arm, head joint right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did that collaboration come together? That was like a supreme rate offering. My seeds love to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like it just never gets old. You know what I'm saying? It never gets this a timeless joint like that.
That's how it's supposed to go, man. I think at some point it's like for me, I ain't gonna lie, man. Sometimes rap becomes boring. Like it's like if you're not saying something of substance that other people like really enjoy and use, like what's the purpose, man? Like I can rhyme in my room. I got books, rhymes, like that's crazy. You would never hear like I got a book of rhymes. There's a bunch of rhymes, and like when I see Nas go when he's flipping pages back, I'm like, bruh, you know my rhyme book is. Let me show you something real quick. Hold on, pause. So, go ahead, play some music, play commercial, play some commercial. Let me show y'all something. This is my homie. Say what up to my homie. This is my guy right here. I love this guy.
Faith.
Steele is a weirdo, by the way. I know a couple of you know what time it is. Galito Max, how I go out.
All right. We're getting it. Raw hip hop history, uncut, no script. You understand what I'm saying? Going down memory lane. We about to make it to this new project. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted y'all to take a moment to see this, you know, magnificent timeline. You know, over 20 years. What is this? Years 26?
On paper.
On paper, you know, officially, unofficially, it got some more time. You know,
it got more time. We've been around. We've been building it up. We ain't just pop out. What we not are internet rappers. No disrespect to the guys who got famous on internet, because I gotta salute y'all for that too. You know what I'm saying? But we come from phones on the wall. You know, we come from beepers. We come from beepers.
How the fuck did I miss that? The remix with Mary. This is how we do.
Like we didn't have that instant gratification
this
access.
This is how we do. Yes.
Sincere. We didn't have that instant gratification access that's upon deck right now. You know what I mean? And it's cool because we gotta learn how to utilize that. Because we pretty much erase the big money. We can do business amongst each other as long as we keep it a buck.
Right.
You know? So it's like I salute all the entrepreneurs out there that's doing their thing, but don't get lost in capitalism out here in the wilderness. Because you will get draped up and somebody will own your likeness. And you will be somewhere in jail doing the bid, going, yo, put something on my books. You know what I'm saying? Keep your own books. Keep your own rap sheets. Keep your own publishing. If you got to break bread with somebody, make sure the paperwork is correct. That's all I'm saying to you. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, I ain't gonna hit y'all upside the head with all this old school shit. Nobody want to hear about none of that. We got. They want to hear.
They want to hear about all that. You understand what I'm saying? You got international fans, man. Like the interviews give you an opportunity to go back in time, in the present, and look at the future simultaneously. You see what I'm saying? Because you moving so fast. You be like, wait a minute, I did do that shit. Wait. That's real. And you with somebody who love you and love your music and love your contributions to the game. You see what I'm saying? That's a difference. That's a different space right there to be in. You know what I'm saying? I was like, how did I miss that? Forget that crazy ass remix with y'all and Mary J. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
that's one of our biggest joints. Come on, man. That's one of our biggest joints we never really got paid for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think because it's a big song, your song is gonna put you on yachts and buy you houses. Like money come in different forms, especially when you respect your creativity. You know, God's the maker, owner, creator. You know what I mean? It don't got nowhere and doesn't say money in it.
Right.
You know what I mean? God of civilization, God of universe, right? Now, when we are able to create something that other people can embrace, like that's payment. You can't pay for that. Like I don't gotta pay for likes. All the likes are genuine.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't gotta pay for followers. All the people that wanna rock with it gonna rock with it because they're going, yo, nah. And if they ain't rocking with it yet, it's because they probably never never heard it, they ain't peep it because it was some other stuff that was in front of their face. You know what I mean? That's what music do. Like, music don't make you hate, man. It hype you up. It gets you in the way. You might want to do some push-ups or punch somebody in the face or grab your man like, yo, son, let's wrestle. Son. I'll throw you, son.
Right.
Like, but you know what I mean? It's like, unless it's some antagonistic, you know, the frequency is crazy, you know. But then when you couple music, certain music frequencies with poverty, frustration, how do you say, misinterpretations, misunderstandings, and other things that just season the frequency and it make you go, yo, let me just eat. It's like smoking potpourri and watching a nigga crawl on the floor, go, nigga, you, bruh. Yo, splash this guy with put some water on this guy.
Right.
Bro. I've been in sessions with dudes. I've been in sessions like weed sessions with dudes. Like, it's before all this futuristic weed came around. I'm talking about smoking yard weed.
Yeah, right.
Yard weed, like from the dirt weed on.
The dirt.
Yo, just roll up. Everybody roll up our team and just let it go around. I'm from Brownsville, where we would have like 10, 20 guys in a cipher, and it's like if it's 20 of us, it's 10 spliffs.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like
right.
So if you're not from our town and you come around and you get in that circle, we're gonna smoke with you. But you probably gonna be the first guy to pass out.
Right.
You're gonna be like,
it's a wrap.
Y'all really do it like this? Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. Got them oops. Got them oops. The oops and passing them joints around. Yeah.
And that's just off of the build, because you know, God, when they say when the guard is building, folks get tired. They start going, sleepy. So you got the build that's making you tired. Then you got the just regular bud that's making you go, yo, I really don't smoke like that. But I ain't gonna say it. You wanna be tough. You wanna stand up. Right?
I ain't staying in J long. I'm gonna tell you, drinking that Cisco. I wasn't hanging too much. I couldn't stay too long. I couldn't stay too long.
Cisco was a setup right there, Holmes. That was a setup right there. Trust me. Word.
Because you got cottonmouth. You got cottonmouth smoking that Babbage. You know what I'm saying? Or a headache. You drinking Cisco and eating General Chicken.
What's up?
you eat General Chicken from the Chinese store. It's about to be a wrap for you.
What we call that, man? We call that shucker meal.
Yeah.
2 pieces in the biscuit.
Right.
Anyway,
Definitely.
Let's get to it, man. Let's get to this next thing. This is what they want to talk about, right?
Right. I want to get there, but I want to ask you about Sean P. before we get there, and then we there. Yeah, we right there after that.
My beloved.
Yes.
The Price Man is like John the Baptist. You know what I'm saying? What I realized, that's original P. Amaru Tuta, that's original Partners in Crime. That's original PNC life. That's a fact. I knew Sean Price before I met any one of these boot camp guys. That's a fact. That's a fact. Before I even thought about rap, I met Sean Price in the Heritage House in Brownsville on Dumont and Mother Gaston when Mother Gaston was Stone. Now, we ain't gonna talk about the Drunk Marley tonight. I'm gonna talk about the Heritage House when we was dropped off, and that was like one of the, like in Brownsville, that was probably for kids. Well, I think we was like 7, 8 years old. You know what I mean? Troy Freeman, salute, family. You already know. But the Heritage House, I wish I could remember the name of the main instructor, but I'm really not good with names. really.
Mm-hmm.
But I can remember Sean Price, and I can remember the guard Shabal from 7 Universal, from Rose Family. You know what I'm saying? They was Rose Family. Anybody from Brownsville, anybody hip hop, y'all know y'all follow Raucus. I think the Rose Family was one of the first groups that signed to Raucus. It was the Rose Family and it was Shabam Sadiq, if I'm not mistaken. That's called gate opening, gates closed. Because you can't play no games with neither one of them cats. You know what I'm saying? So the Rose Family, that's a bunch of guards from Brownsville. Guards, hardcore guards, Brownsville. Shabal is no joke. Sugar Bear, no joke. Sunshine, rest in peace. But yeah, 7 Universal, Rose Family, they was doing that. They was doing the thing on Raucus way before we even came to Raucus. And Shabam Sadiq was one of the first guys that was on there way before Eminem and all of us guys was even on. Matter of fact, I think Eminem was mingling over there, but those was the guys that was the first artist that was actually signed to them, if I'm not mistaken. You gotta do the history on that. It's somewhere in there. But I mean, we part of a long lineage of greatness. Newport, of course Newport hold it up. Stars and Herbs of Newport. My salam, brother. But anyway, let's continue with the bill, God.
This trilogy right here that you hit us with, ever so lightly. You understand what I'm saying? America's Nightmare, 1, 2, 3. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, yes. Yeah.
It's I'm grateful it came out like that. I got my boy Demond Pender's on deck. Oh man. Yo, Demond. I got like 2 paintings from Demont Pender in my crib right now. Peace, King. You already know. The America's Nightmare. That's, as you can see right here.
Right.
That's thank you, Carlito, Maxa. Give thanks. This right here, this artwork is done by the homie. We already seen this 1,000 times, though, right?
Right.
Mad cats use this mask on the thing. But like the time that we living in right now, it calls for a lot of interesting movements or strategies, I would say. And the fact that we only get to build through this type of frequency speaks volumes to how we started hip hop, as far as saying underground. The underground. And like coming from a place where we had to be heard but not seen. Coming from a place like War of the Worlds, where it's like you listening to the radio and you didn't know the day when you didn't know your favorite rapper.
Right.
Like the day before you met Rakim, the day before you can hit Snoop Dogg on his DM. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know these people, but today we all feel so comfortable.
Right.
Right. Now
I had to imagine videos based off of the tape.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen, when you first saw, I ain't no joke. When you first saw that, yo, God, I live around that area. God. I still, when I walk past Albee Square, what they call City Point right now, I'll still hear that song in my head. Word is bond. Yeah. I walk down Fulton Street, I be having flashbacks of Beach Street, right? I be having flashbacks of the in-stores when kids used to come and buy CDs and vinyl and wait online to come see the artist because the artist came to the store. It was rare. Right. So it's like now we don't care. We don't really care. And that's where history starts to kind of like deplete. Kind of like it becomes like nothing, which is false. Which we have to now, like as far as the music is one way for us to keep our communications up. So I think that when you hear a project like America's Nightmare, right? This is like a stay woke hashtag. It's like, yo, I know y'all watching what's going on. Right? I know y'all seeing this. I know you heard what dude just said.
I'm not tripping. I know I ain't tripping.
Nah, hold on, fam. Yo, check this out. Yo, let me put this all in there. Yeah, yo, Kazem, you already know. Communication is vital. You know what I'm saying? Boot Camp Clik had 3 things: communication, information, mobilization. Like, we move like soldiers because we know what time it is. We underground. We don't have the access to all this stuff. Now, what happens when you go, yo, you got some smarty arty mofo come and just drop a bag of money on y'all? 2 things gonna happen. Somebody gonna get jealous because they're gonna drop a bag of money to your feet. So your man gonna be like, well, drop it next to my feet. So you're gonna have to do something to him, or y'all gonna have to come to a negotiation, right? That means it's gonna breed hate. It's gonna be misunderstanding. That's the devil. That's the Judas. That is the Judas, right? Because other than that, you got dudes out here talking about love and loyalty, and I'm like, love, loyalty, dedication, trust, and all that. Y'all don't even know those words.
They're words. They're just words.
They words, man.
Without meaning. You know what I'm saying?
Now, when it gets down to the nitty gritty, man, it's like, yo, it's like, this is what it comes to. You see that? Everybody wears a mask. Everybody. Everybody wears a mask. Now, what do you wear a mask for? Now, when you look at the Ku Klux Klan, right? They wore a mask because they didn't want you to know that they was the people that was right in the community.
Right.
It's like when you look at the cartels in Mexico and El Salvador, they wear masks because they don't want you to know that they the people that's in the community. So they don't want you to kill their kids and kill their babies and blow their house up and stuff like that. So when you wear a mask, you got to think, like, do the knowledge, right? Look at everything in your circumference, man. Respect what you're getting from being able to see.
Right.
Now, when you put it back out there, you can go, yo, I only wear a mask because I'm about to stick them up. I'm about to kill them up. I'm about to do this. Da, da, da. That's another reason. That's another reason. If that's what you into, that's another reason. Right? But we also wear a mask when we're not honest with ourselves. When we're not even wearing this mask. We just wearing this mask. And we're going, I'm acting like, or I'm trying to be like, or I'm down with this. What we call it back in the days was dick riding, or wipe your mouth, right? We say wipe your mouth so we don't have to say the D word, right? But it's wipe your mouth because it's like, yo, like on some realness, like, yo, can we see the real us? Can we really see that? Can we really, are we allowed, especially in this game, right? Are we allowed to be us, right? Me and Sean Price used to have this conversation. Like, I used to be angry all the time. And Sean was like, yo, dude, just rap, bro. They don't care about nothing you talking about. They don't care why you mad. They don't care, bro. Like, you dope. Just rap, bro. I said, yo, Sean, I can't tell jokes like you, Holmes. I don't got that type of, that savoir-faire that you got. I don't do that. When I talk, this is how it sounds, son. It comes straight from my heart through my head and it goes bang, right? But he's like, yo, everything he was saying to me was so on point. He's like, yo, dude, just rap. Like, you can't get no more simpler jewels than that. Like, you could say all this scientific stuff and all that, but you gotta think. Smokey Live, my PNC, my beloved. Salams.
There you go.
Sean would go, yo, man, yo, still, like, you, with all of that, dude, just rap, bro. And Tech another one. Tech don't like when I talk too long. He like, bruh, cut this short. Let's go do what we got to do, and let's go. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact. Ali Shine, peace, almighty. You know what I mean? But I get training from these guys, you know, and I'm a grunt that's ready to do the work. And so when I look at my responsibility as an artist, I want to make sure I give the people something of substance. You know, I'm listening to the show and go just rap, so I'm not gonna try to preach. I'm gonna make sure it hits you and you feel it. You know, that's what I'm working towards. You know what I mean? So hopefully I hit that mark. So when you hear "I'm What America Fears" and you play that in your ear, young black, educated, ready, willing, prepared. When you hear that, do you think of yourself? Do you? If you do, that's Sean Price. Just rap. We ain't even get to the meat yet.
Right.
After you listen to that 5 times, you were like, yo, I wrote
this.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Salute to the outlaws. Worldwide. Woof. It's getting hot.
I'm What America Fears. Go from "I'm What America Fears" to America's Nightmare. You know what I'm saying?
Nightmare. Word is bond.
To America's Nightmare.
And
to American Made.
Yeah.
Yeah, like off the rip, cheat codes off the rip. You see what I'm saying? Like the story is being told in the way to where
let's get right to it.
You blink, you'll miss it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, you know, streaming ain't like the tape. You see what I'm saying? With the 3 buttons to flip over and turn back, you could go right back. You got the ability to put the joint on repeat. I need to hear it 3, 4, 5 times, a song each. You see what I'm saying? To digest it and get it with their headphones on. You understand what I'm saying? So you in the zone. You got to go all the way into the joint and see the words.
In your pods, baby.
For real.
Right. Ooh,
this is
I
it.
Guarantee you get some more reps off of that.
Right. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah.
Off that no peace, no peace without justice.
Peace, no justice. Yeah.
No peace, no justice, right? It's
Rusty came with the motherfucking the Deontay Wilder overhand motherfucking the right hand of God. Like I said,
Rusty is guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's the MVP of the BCC. That's a fact. Hands down.
Hit me with the Wilder in it, joint. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he's unadulterated, man. It's the thing. Like when I went for the first of all, I want to say a big salute to the original G, Spice One.
Yeah, I was about to go there.
This whole concept, you can't jack the OG, but
yeah,
I borrowed this from the OG. You know what I'm saying? And because I fell in love with that when he put that. Right, Big Unc, when he put that up, I'm like, yeah, I was feeling that. You feel me?
Yeah.
America's Nightmare. We had that with the gun like this and the flag. I'm like, oh, I love this. And when he was talking about how he was talking about it, I'm like, yup. We rocking with that straight. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever think that East Coast cats had anything negative to say about West Coast cats. That's a front. Yeah. That's what fake news. You know what I mean? At the same time, Spice, that's right. So to get Spice on the project, like it took me a minute because I tried to get him on volume 2.
Right.
When we was on Priority, I was trying to get Spice on volume 2. And I think at the time he was rocking with I don't know if it was Rap a Lot. I forget what label he was rocking with, but I was in contact with some of his people. And his people was like, yo, that's gonna go down. It's guaranteed. It's gonna happen, man. I was mad excited, man. So I almost had him on volume 2. So volume 3 came about. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try again. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo,
no fair.
It's out of all the people that could talk that talk, there's a lot of folks that I considered. Like I got a whole list of names of people who I was like, yo, I want to get this person, bing, 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 bing. You know what I mean? Like Dead Press was on the top of the list.
Right.
You know, it was a lot of couple cat, Mortal Technique was on the list. Like Barrel March was on the list. Like all these guys that just shooters, like, you know what I mean? Like straight. But then I had to think, I'm like, you know what? Respectfully as an artist, you got to say, I got to tell my story without having all of these different flavors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like an album with all these heavy hitters, that ain't your album no more.
Yeah.
Like, what is your presentation? What is your version? What is your word? What's the words you want to really put into the game? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of the things that I'm saying is stuff that I was saying. Like once May clicked and we was already locked and loaded, I'm like, yo, this how I feel. And I just start writing it down and recording it and thinking, yo, give thanks. Right. What SK said, every feature is a part of the puzzle and the narrative. You know what I mean? So it's not like you reaching out going, yo, I need the best artist for the It's like, who fits here? What makes sense here? You know? Another day, salute. Artists that's on here, from Napoleon to the Fly Hooligan, Ali 4-5 Scientific, Rusty Jukes, all of these guys fit exactly where they needed to go into this project. And I'm so blessed to have it come out the way it come out, because this is for us. This is for us, yo. This is for us. We need to digest this because it's our conversation. This is our narrative without being angry. We're just going to sit down, have a cup of tea, and just go, yo, you know all that? You see that, right? All right, so cool. So, all right, so, all right, so now we're going to start planning what we need to do, make a move, do some things, right? All right, yeah. You already know. R.I.P. Trank Jugs for real. You already know what time it is. Fall Rock fam.
City Under Siege.
City Under Siege. Hold up.
Yeah, I need that.
Get your life right.
I need some intel. You know what I'm saying? I need a little backstory. City Under Siege. The range on this track alone, right here. The reach. You see what I'm saying? That beautiful alchemy. You see what I'm saying? Sonically from so many angles. You know what I mean? That's right before Border Wars, because Border Wars takes you another place. Like, this is a joint that snatches your soul and moves it around. Like, you don't want to see? All right, boom, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get the ghost of Christmas past, present, and Christmas yet to come, where you looking at your headstone if you don't get it right. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't get it right, you looking at your headstone and your body in the casket. You see what I'm saying? Like we showed you yesterday, how we link up to today. If you don't get it, like forcefully, but ever so lightly. You understand what I'm saying? It's forceful, but it's ever so lightly. You know, so it's like boom, boom. Do you see that? See that? All right, you don't want to see that? Look at that. Just drop you off.
Now, what God is swift and changeable, always maintainable. You know what I mean? So as we move through these currents and we move in swift, we seeing certain things. Like I'm thinking, like when I first did that song, City Under Siege, I was going to get cats from Pittsburgh. I was going to get cats from like Colorado. I wanted to get cats from different cities to just talk crazy about what was going on. Because at the time, everybody was rioting. The whole
shit was on fire. Everything, everywhere. The world was on fire.
But I did that. But when I recorded my two verses, I did that way before any of that happened. That was like, I didn't even know. I felt like I predicted it. I didn't, by no means. But I felt like I was in tune with something that was going to come, and I wasn't even aware of what it was. So in releasing your own frustration sometimes, you be in tune. But that's your God. That's that God degree. You there with it, right? So it's like, then I thought about, it's not just going on here, right? It's not just because I'm in America, I'm thinking like, all right, the cities is on fire. But then I'm thinking like, wow, it's not only here. It's like people are outraged across the globe. It's a global outrage.
Right.
The only thing that will take people's mind off of how mad they are is how sick they are. Right?
That's real.
Or families dying and stuff like that, because people was in the streets on a global level.
Right.
You know? And we have witnessed a lot of different things happen on our timeline prior to acknowledging the blatant murder of Black and Latino men by the hands of racist police. We've witnessed more stuff. We've witnessed Greece go for independence. We've witnessed Brexit. We watching Brexit happen right in front of our eyes. Like people don't know. People still talking about Bitcoins, and we watching nations go, I don't want to be with these guys no more. Right? If you ever go across seas, like for me, I still got a bag of coins, right? From Czech Republic,
Right.
from Switzerland,
Mm-hmm.
from Germany. It's
Right.
different coins. You can't use those coins in none of those other different countries.
Right.
That don't mean shit. I can't use a quarter in France. Like,
Right.
we got these coins. It's useless to us, right? So if you got coins, put them in your bank account. I guess transfer that to Bitcoin. That's your coin should be Bitcoins, right?
Right.
What can I do with a bag of pounds, right? What can I do with that? UK want to still spend pounds. Y'all still got pounds from Mother England. Like, what the fuck? Like, yo, really? Now, my thing is this. I'll melt them down and make a piece and be like, this is my UK Bucktown piece.
Right.
This is my Czech Republic Bucktown piece. I need to find a dope jeweler that could just make me a piece made out of coins from every country that I've ever been to. Other than that, like, yo, Ghost Dog, I ain't ready for that yet, Ghost Dog. I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm not hating on it. I ain't gonna speak upon it because a lot of my
Right.
friends be acting like that's the Bitcoin is the way to go. I'm just saying, I'm not ready. I'm not mature enough for that just yet. So, in any event, I mean, while we still here, we got to know how to wear the mask properly. You know what I mean? The original camouflage. You know what I'm saying? The original camouflage. Don't be afraid to get a job.
Right.
Oh, man, I wish I could remember this movie that Ice Cube's son was in, that I think he wrote and directed, where he played this amazing role. And the role reminded me of the spook who sat by the door, but just super updated. Like, the mask allows you to do things in the wilderness of North America, as opposed to just being this blatant, hardcore guy who's eventually gonna get your head plucked out because you a victim or you were a target, and you're trying to tell people you a target, and you get like one of the things that I hate in 2020 is the loss of Pop Smoke. That's horrible. Like, that gotta really make people mad. Like, how you do that? And then you're gonna say, what is a B&E? Nah, that's a B&E. How you in the mansion?
Was it Den of Thieves? Somebody said Den of Thieves.
That's my man Chi. That's family. Cheese know what time it is. That's not no B&E. Come on, God body. Come on, God body.
Right.
That's like going saying Sam Cooke really. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Man.
Right.
Come on, man. My sister Marcy on deck. Oh, Jersey in the building. Yo, I'm not falling for the banana tailpipe, and neither should you. America's Nightmare is an album that's supposed to make you go, yo, bruh, we don't got to be quiet, but we don't got to talk that loud either. We know what time it is, so we don't got to act all like this and kill each other, because if you killing your bro, you wildin'.
Right.
If you a person that's shooting your neighbor because they shovel too much snow on your land, you wildin'. If you not taking no food to your man who just had a baby, or to your sister who a single parent or something like that, and you hating her on her gram, you wildin'.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. Really?
That go right into James Bond and propaganda. You see what I'm saying? We go from crazy city under siege border wars to James Bond and propaganda. Stealth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now you move.
Wait till you see the next one. Wait till you see what's coming next. Because what's real is that I'm going to keep striking. And I know the only way, it's like, you see how you watch the news? If any one of you guys turn on your television in the morning and you watch ABC or GM in the morning, they keep like GM, and then every news program that come on after the first news program show the same news that the last news show. So everybody that's showing news right now is talking about this fake ass Trump trial.
Right.
Everybody. So you mean to tell me that's the only news that's going on right now? The Trump trial? So we can't see
Somebody
nothing
break
else?
it, and then everybody else follow up with the twist,
No doubt.
twist.
That's why I like going overseas, because overseas they probably show that this much.
Right.
Like if you're sitting in Germany, they're gonna show that this much, right? And then they're gonna show you some other stuff if you can understand.
And it's reported different. It's reported different. You look at these news stations outside of the country to find out what's going in because they don't have the cut. You see what I'm
Titan
saying?
11, salute. Right, I tell you
You'll
this
get
though,
that.
God body. Listen, let me tell you something, God. Let me tell you something. I will tell you this, man. You got the proper name for this podcast. Do the know, right? You got a proper name for this because that's where we got to start at, and we got to remember that journalism starts in the hood.
Right.
What they got? How many of y'all right now got a Citizen app? AKA snitch.com.
Word.
AKA you chipped up. But it's cool, right? Because we know what's popping. That's how we know what's popping. We got a Citizen app. Citizen app. You feel like a patriot because you got a Citizen app? I watch RT News, all that. I watch all these people, and I watch all these talking heads regurgitate old drab information because they're not allowed to say anything because now everybody has to be a capitalist.
Right.
Now, guess what? In music, once you put it out, I'll probably get murdered for the shit that I said.
Right.
But I don't care, Godbody. I don't. At this point, I'm like, fuck it. You know what I mean? I lived this long to say some shit. Hopefully, it resonates. You know what I'm saying? Because other than that, you got to live for fucking something. If you live forever, then you're just sitting there blinking your fucking eyes and nothing occurred.
Right. Nothing.
Like, dude, you died a long time ago. You just ain't tap out.
Right.
There's people who we know, like when you watch One Day in Miami, you watch Malcolm, Spirit of Malcolm, you watch the Spirit of Sam Cooke, you watch the Spirit of Muhammad Ali,
right.
You watch the Spirit of Jim Brown, you watch 4 people in a hotel room going in on each other. Don't that sound familiar to you?
Right.
I've been in many hotel rooms with my bros arguing, fussing, fighting in the crib. Yo, still fucking still. Yo, nigga, where the bitch is at? Nigga, you ain't shit. What the fuck you ain't shit? Nigga, what up? Nigga? But we know we all we got is us. Everybody outside this door, they probably gonna rock with us too. Yeah. But we know we got us. We got us. Right?
Right.
When I'm in a hotel with Smokey La, and I'm like, yo, ain't nothing popping. We did our show. We resting. We break bread. Smokey don't smoke. If I got a little smoke, I got a little hashish or something like that. I go out and burn my stick on, just come back on, cool. We might watch a movie together or whatever, or we might spend time alone. But we not tripping off of this. Yo, we gotta go to this. Nah, dude. Like, listen, no. Scrap jacks. Free rock up. Right, exactly. No freebies for these guys. None of them. Right. Nah, listen, let me tell you something. If you after you win the game, take your ass home.
Right.
Go home. Go home, kiss your kids, kiss your wisdom, kiss your whoever you with. Eat our food, burn our stick, drink our drink a cup of tea and bring it down. And then get ready for the next the next level of it.
Martin Luther King almost lost his life like that. He got blitzed at the store. He signing books in the store in the middle of the afternoon. Somebody got close enough to him to jig him. Touch his face and jig him. You understand? Telling him he loved. I just love you and juggle. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Ain't nothing
you gotta think, man. Indigo Blues, I see you. I see you. I gotta stress the fact that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, they died at a very young age.
Right.
Tupac and Biggie died at a very young age. Nipsey Hussle, very young age. These guys, these are just a few individuals that was helping the neighborhood. Like, you in the neighborhood. I'm talking about you in the pit. Like, you know what I mean? Who go like? Forget about these politicians and these tight collar mofos that be coming around trying to do stuff. Like people that's in the pit with the people. You know what I mean? You in the neighborhood. You shop where they shop at. Big up to Roddy Rebel too. Big up to the homies in the nines that's giving out money. You know what I mean? Like this is why people don't understand why why people love the cartels so much. The cartels, all of the drug money is helping the community.
Right.
You mad at the drug money, but there's no jobs. There's poverty is just as blatant as your bold richness. Like there's people living in such an abundance in palaces, looking down upon people that's eating off the dirt.
Right.
What you expect from that? Right?
Eating dirt
Imperialism, colonialism,
right.
like people saying, hey, this is the good dirt. Don't eat that dirt, that's the bad dirt. Right. What? They got shows about that. Like these people going out there talking crazy talk. Like, yo, we don't want to eat no dirt. How about that? How about that? How about food grow from the dirt and it gives you fruits, vegetables, sustenance, right? We could be vegetarians if we got land. If the land is fertile, we could do that. Or we can have animals. Give me one cow. Give me one chicken. Let me grow my own type of things. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, it's like, yo, you're telling me like, yo, why are you still alive? Haven't you died yet? It's like our nations have waged war on the poor communities. And the poor communities have nothing to do but to defend themselves and put their mask on and go out there in the world and do whatever they can do, get dirty or get clean, which is get dirty. Because white getting a job nowadays, you the biggest criminal if you got a fucking 9-to-5. Word up. Anyway, I ain't mean to blurt that out like that. I be trying to curb my curse. I be trying to have better words than profanity sometimes.
No,
sometimes
profanity is the best word. Sometimes profanity is the best word. You understand?
Only reason I said that because I was thinking about all these rich, privileged white folk, particularly guys like Jeff Epstein. Unfortunately, I can't say rest in peace in front of his name or behind his name, right? Then I got to think about all his associations, which are people who we think are grown people of the established oligarch and the monarch and all these other versions that we supposed to uphold. So now we're sitting here at this level going, yo, what we doing right now? We eating everything they hand to us? I don't know about that, Godbody. I don't know. I don't think the people gonna stand for that, and it don't smell right. It don't sound right. It just Don't know. Now I do know because this show is called what?
Through the knowledge. I want to thank you and Tech for the all. You understand what I'm saying? In that, magnificent discography that y'all done blessed us with. What's next that you can share with us real quick before we go?
What needs to happen right now, people need to digest America's Nightmare Part 3.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of gems in there that pertain to what needs to happen. As the homie was saying, this is these are instructions,
right?
And we're not remixing no songs. Everything is original, and that's how it's going to stay. After this album, we're going to walk this out until March, right? In March, my PNC is dropping his solo project. It's called Priceless. And he has a couple of videos out to display what you're about to get into. But I would say as as a wise man said, I think his name was Jay-Z, Jehovah, finish your breakfast. This, my friends, is a banquet. Feast upon this banquet, and then let's prepare to dine. Word. I like that. Politics is war without guns. War is politics with bloodshed. That's a factory. Yeah. That's real. That's a factory. Word up. So we got to get in tune, man. This is that. That's why I say when you see me posted up, I'm like, yo, are you scared? Like I know, like Tupac used to say something when we was recording with Pop. Every time we would make a song, like I think his job was to make something that was very emotionally driven. You know, and he would always say, yo, white people gonna be scared when they hear this. White people gonna be scared. You know, like he already got a name, but it's like Tupac, Outlaws, and Boot Camp. It just sounds scary. It's like, what are you doing? What is all these soldier name thingies? What's going on right now? I don't know what's happening. People gonna be scared. And Boot Camp, we was like, yeah, let's do it. Dr.
Huey P. Newton said that mean that's a positive message. You know what I'm saying? Based off of this joint right here. You understand? Like, yes, right. That means that we're doing our job. You understand? Like, that's right. Positive. Yeah.
That's right. So you can't, Marcy, you know what I'm talking about. So you can't be afraid to rock the nation. Exactly, one nation. And salute to the Outlaws. Salute to Young Noble, because Young Noble put a bug in my ear, and I think that they are about to warm the pot up on this next One Nation project. So we're gonna see what they make out of that. Pac planted the seed, and he wanted it to be a how do you say, an amalgamation, a unify. Thank you, guys. Right. He wanted to unify hip hop. You know, he wanted to like dispel this myth that we hate each other, because we fucking don't, man. Yeah. We do not hate each other. Like when you see people beefing, when you see these rappers beefing with each other, like when you see the Game and Son beefing, it's like, yo, both y'all bloods, right? All right. So what y'all doing again? Like, all right, well, is it for the gram? All right, well, nah, we're not rocking with that. We don't want to see that. Right now, we don't need to see all that just for the gram stuff. We need to get one love, Marcy.
Just for the fam stuff. We need some of that just for the fam stuff, not just for the gram.
We building up this culture. This is our thing. This don't belong to Elon Musk. This don't belong to Bill Gates. Right. This belongs to the people of the community. We are the seeds that grow from the concrete. You know, this us, man. This is us, man. Word. So all of the people, from the babes to the baby mothers to the baby daddies, like all of this story, like, yes, like SK said, we are responsible. We are building bridges of communication for us to strengthen our culture. That's power refinement, God. Word is born.
Well, I appreciate your time. You know what I'm saying? Man. For cats who out here listening, you know, how can they get a hold of you? You doing features? You understand? I know I had to ask for my fam, because my fam go like, yo, son, how you going to ask the general if he doing features? You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, anyway, cats ready to work.
DM me. I do features, man, but I'm not with the monkey business. You know what I mean? I'm not with the monkey business, and I really, honestly, I don't like doing corny stuff. Features, it gotta be something of substance for me. You know what I mean? I like sometimes to bust my gun and just rap, get my rap on, but we'll figure that one out. Khalito, my pleasure. We'll figure that out. Kazim, peace. Some more peace. I love y'all, man, on everything. You hear me? Stay alive, man. We gotta build. Stay alive. Need you guys. Word up. You already know what time it is. General Steele on Twitter, on IG. DM me any requests, any serious requests. DM me and we can talk shop, because I'm, this is how we got this done. When I see your joint, I'm like, all right, I gotta holler at the guard. He's like, yo, how you do it? Do like this, like that. Like, nah, we just gonna do it like this. Boom, whatever. Boom, we got it done. That's what guards do.
That's right. Wow. That's it. And I got some more fans want to holler at you. I got a boatload of folk who want to get with you, want to connect with you.
We're going to work those out. We're going to work all that out. Our lines, we got the direct lines to each other, and we already here, man. We can't spin the clock back.
Right.
you connected with your old droog now. It's a wrap.
Appreciate you. Man, word is bond.
Likewise, King. Word is bond, man. All day long down. Yo, people, America's Nightmare, City Under Siege.
Run them streams up. Run them streams up through the roof. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Do the knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And let's put that proper application in motion. You know, that's proof of you doing the knowledge. You applying that wisdom in your words and in your ways and actions. You know what I'm saying? Salute to General Steele of Bucktown. You understand what I'm saying?
Hold. Right. Peace.
Peace. All right, fam. What I'm saying, make sure y'all get them strings, America's Nightmare Part 3. You know what I'm saying? Let's run these strings up. Let's put this practical application in. Oh, DJ Evil D is live. Leave here. Go holler at DJ Evil D. You know what I'm saying? Salute to my fans. Salute to my brother Chris coming through. You know what I'm saying? Showing love. All that.